So I open an application. It took little bit time to open. Okay. So whenever I open, the required prefetch files will start in a background, and it will open this application. It support this application, and it application is open. Now I'm close. I close the application. Again I open. Maybe second time it will open little bit faster than the first time. How it is possible? Because in your prefetch location, the supporting applications are already there, supported prefetch things already there, so it will open very faster. So that is a one of the advantage of this prefetch, or what we call is a system catchy things. Okay. Next one is your already I told temporary files. When you run an application, or when you installing an application, or when you are working with any documents, pictures, or anything, the it will load into your temporary. Okay. Advantage of this temporary store, still you save it from your thing. Okay. Or if you change modify, it won't affect more on your RAM. So temporary is in your hard disk only. Temporary thing is in your hard disk only folder. And while you are working with the application, or a document, or anything, or picture, so the temporary thing also will be created in that one. Like what we can say, that we call is not cache, we call that one as a dashboard. So it's a dashboard, or a clip art, like a clip art type, not a clip art. So the clip memory is there. Okay. When I highlighted some data, and I want to copy that like this, like just for example, I am going like this. For example, I copy this one. I highlighted and I copy. This is store in a our background, temporary, the clip, it will store. And whenever I paste it, and then it will clear automatically. Or if you are do something, like if I copy, or I will cut this one and paste into somewhere else, so it will store in a temporary way, in a system only. For example, I copied, I restarted my PC, and I pasted, it won't work. Okay, that is another thing. Next, browser cache is usually like, I'm going to show you the history. So this is my history, what are the things I've opened so far. This is a clearing browsing history. I'm going to this one. Usually I don't clear this one, but you can, I want to show you this one. Cache imaged files, cookies and other sites, browsing history. Go to advanced, you can see download history, cookies, cache. Can you see 193 MB cache memory I'm using here? Okay, autofill data, these are all in your cache only. What is this cache, browser cache and all? So this cache will store cookies, and caches usually stores your, what it will store, your recent searching. Like I open a website, for example microsoft.com, or otherwise I will open a facebook.com. This is the best example, because Facebook has so many things. Of course YouTube has so many things. Okay. So this is my Facebook profile. See, when I put a facebook.com, I don't know my Facebook IP address. So then your domain name to IP address will be get it from DNS server. That information stores here. That information stores here. And when I open a website, it contains lot of pictures. See, these are a lot of pictures and all is there. So what will happen? It fetch those images and store data, images, videos. Okay, videos, images, data. Data means the text data or anything. GIF, GIFs, images, videos, or anything. Just so what are the thing is in this one? First, your facebook.com and their IP addresses. Okay, and then your data, in the website what it is showing here. Okay, so what is it is showing here, it's entirely, it will fetch and store into the browser only. Normally if it is heavy, it will clear up when you close the window. Okay, when you close this one, automatically the relevant things will be gone. Usually sometimes it will store in your browser also. So these are two things. I want to show you one more, like cmd ipconfig slash display dns. uh, just keep on going because I am using so many things. But if you see, these are all websites, and the name servers, and these are their host address. You can see this is my Samsung Galaxy 51. Okay, that's a different one. Okay, okay. You have to go slowly about this thing. Same command I'm using, and I've tried to use um, width wise. You have to go page wise. You have to go. So what is the command? You have to use it. Is it work like this? I don't understand these commands. In Linux, if we can able to see, but otherwise, I will put it in a one file. Okay, something like e colon slash uh, dns re, whatever it is. Okay, so don't worry. I saved that data in my system, so I will go to E drive. This is the file. Okay, I will open with Notepad. I don't tell that this is the data. You can see this is my name and IP address. Name and IP address. You can see name and IP address. Recently, I opened Facebook also. Okay, so everything, their name and IP address and other information is also available. Okay, if I search for a Facebook also, I can able to find it inside. Okay, like I'm going to delete this one, not required.
Do I get answer this question correctly? Like what I remember is
Okay,
whatever uploaded.
so these are the things: name and IP address, storage inside a PC, in a cache memory, data, JFS images and videos. And when you open an application and system related temporary prefetch cache things will be created in your system.
So the related to discuss
Someone is asking
yes,
question here.
monetizing something and taking the
I'm hearing
positive
voice, but
action.
I don't know who is speaking also. It's okay. I didn't get the thing also. Just I hear some voice, but I don't know. Exactly. Fine. Okay, so it's okay. So how to clear this thing? How to clear is like normally if you are going to the browser, you can clear the data. So very simple. You can go to the history. Okay, you know how to clear the browsing history. Like here, actually these caches are very helpful to work with faster because it is already there. Okay, but if you in case more cache, more cookies may not it become make system slow. Okay, sometimes because it's become more and more, it is not clear automatically. If it is not clear automatically, you can clear the history things. And next, I think you guys done this one. So percentage stamp, percentage. So if you go to the percentage stamp and percentage, also we can able to clear up this cache thing. Click OK. So you can see these are all uh, uh, temporary files, logs, cc. These are all temporary files only. Sometimes this is become huge data and it is not clear when you shut down your PC. Now it is see almost is 500 MB data size it is taken in this folder only. Okay, Usually it clears. Usually it will clears when you restart your PC. So what it is, when you reboot your PC or restart your PC, okay, or shut down, or I can say like you shut down your PC, automatically these temporary things will be clear automatically. Okay, it clears in a restart time or a shutdown time. These things, temporary things, prefetch and catchy things will be clear. Browser, you have to take manually, you have to clear up in it. Okay, so another one is a prefetch one. So not only prefetch, I'm going to only temp. Okay, only temp. I'm going to run and open a only temp. So what will happen, this is also temp. So you can see Windows temp. This is also a temporary directory which contains your temporary data. So it is almost 177 MB uh, size it is taking. So here it is. This thing will be temp and percentage temp. Both we can open and clear up. That is manually. So what will happen if it is not clear automatically? Usually it will clear automatically. If it is not clear, you have to go to manually one by one to clear up. This is prefetch. So you don't have a permission, no problem. Go to continue. Click on continue. It will show this is the prefetch one. So whenever you are using an applications, the application prefetching seal, it is showing Far Cry.exe, Far Cry.3. I use these games. Far Cry is completed so many days back only. 2 is completed. I have deleted both the machine, both the things are removed from my PC, but it is still showing. Far Cry 3 is there inside a PC. Game bar, I didn't remember game bar is there or not. I'm not using it is also IGI. So, but these are application prefetch data. Whenever I open application, the prefetch data will be inside. So it won't search for a prefetching again. It will open directly. Application will be open directly. That is the use of this prefetch. And what you will do, go to the prefetch, and you can clear up the things. Okay, these are the things to open and you can clear up. And one more, how to clear manually without using any applications. Very simple. Go to this PC. So like this is E drive, right? I'm going to this PC. Okay, if you see, it is a C drive. Okay, usually all the temporary files and all in a C drive only mainly. So right click on this C drive, go to the properties. Guys, can you able to see this option? Right click on this C drive, go to the properties. You can see disk cleanup. You can see disk cleanup. Just click on disk cleanup. It will take 1 or 2 minutes for a disk cleanup. So you can properties window, general tab, disk cleanup. Okay, this is also very important question also. You're asking good questions. Good. It will take time because it's a C drive, right? So much of data is there. It is difficult to. It has to calculate everything. One more is there, recycler bin. Somewhere my recycler bin is gone. Maybe it is in backside of this one. Yeah, this recycler bin. So make sure that you should clear up the recycler bin also manually. Otherwise, instead of doing manually clearing up temporary files, prefetch files and all, so I will tell you a very simple solution is go to your C drive, right click, properties, and click on disk cleanup. This is the one. Okay, so it is still calculating. Let it calculate. Meanwhile, I will show you two more options. Go to tools. Okay, it came. Can you see this is showing 102 MB? total amount of cleanup. But if you check it, there is only two check marks here, bottom last. Thumbnails. What is thumbnail? When you see a picture, if you open a picture, the background, the look of picture will be there. For example, you can see it is a picture. How it is a picture is there, like this is PDF, this is a notepad file, this is a PDF, this is a document file. Okay, like that. Okay, the shortcut files, picture files, documents, Excel. So this is nothing but a thumbnail. What is the thumbnail will do? What it is? It's how it is look like, how temporary it is look like. It is showing that one. Okay, I am selecting everything and see. I'm not selecting downloads, guys. Okay, I'm not selecting downloads because my download is 46.8 GB. Like this, if you have a huge data in a C drive, transfer the data into external hard disk or any other partition, at least another partition, transfer it. Make C drive always 30-40 GB free. Don't put your C drive like this. Never, don't get your C drive in red color. Always keep at least 30-40 GB free space. Here it is showing 17.5 GB free, but that is not good. Okay, if you click OK, then automatically these are all will clean up. See, temporary files, downloaded program files, temporary internet files, Windows error report and feedback, DirectX shared thing, delivery optimized files, recycler bin, thumbnails. These are all will be clear up. Otherwise, you can click on this clean up system files. Automatically, it clean all the refetch things. I'm not doing now, so just I'm canceling it. In another option is like tools. Go to the tools, you can find two things. One is error checking and defragmentation. Anyway, we are in here, so I'm going to tell this one. This is also very important. So error checking, so it will check system errors, means file system errors. I told one thing. So this is one option is disk cleanup. Okay, disk cleanup, right? So what option we are really went through it. So we'll see general. Disk cleanup, right? Very good. Disk cleanup. Next one is tools. So how we went to this disk cleanup first? So we went to this PC. Okay, I went to this PC. Then go to C drive. Right click. Right click. Properties. Okay, C drive. Right click. Properties, and in general tab. So it is a disk cleanup. So general. So in a general tab, you can find disk cleanup. Go for disk cleanup. Second one is tools tab is there. Tools tab is there. You can go to error checking. The system error things. Error checking. So in error checking, so go for check. Go for check. So it will check what it will check. That is also important. No? What it will check? It will check um, error checking. It will check your file system is good or not. Your file system is properly there or file system is damaged. Okay, tracks and sectors are good or not. Take your tracks and sectors, means your hard disk or a partition. Okay, in a partition, so you have a file system and tracks and sectors in the file system, in the partition. Okay, tracks and sectors are is good or not. Okay, and operating system errors, it will check it. So this option will check the driver file system errors. So click on a check, then what will happen? It is asking scan your drive You can keep using drive using the scan. If errors are found, you can decide if you want to fix them. We won't find any errors on this drive. You can still scan the system error if you want it. Okay, scan it, but it will take lot of time. Why? Because it's almost 200 MB and lot of data is there. It will take time to complete the scan thing. So it is saying 4 minutes remaining. Okay, now it is okay for 4 minutes. For 5 minutes is okay, we can wait it. Okay, so if in case any file system errors are there, or any tracks and sectors or system errors are there, so then okay, so it will verify. So if any issue it is found, then we have to select like okay, repair. If you click on repair, automatically it will repairs, because you don't require any third party tools to do to maintain your PC also. For example, if you have a mobile phone itself, okay, mobile phone, uh, how to clear up the cache things, how to clear the memory utilization, these kind of applications are coming, right? So a lot of applications are there to clear up the cache things and clear up the RAM memory. Actually it is damage your mobile phone. Okay, the applications what you are using to clear your mobile phone cache or mobile phone related things, okay, RAM clearing kind of stuff, it actually damage your system. Don't use that kind of stuff. It will utilize more battery power. Whatever the default application comes with your operating system of mobile phone, utilize that one only. Don't use anything extra. For your system, if you want, you can use one or two applications like a 360 cleanup kind of stuff. CC cleaner, I use a CC cleaner normally. Okay, you can use CC cleaner, but if you found any keys, or if you buy a CC cleaner on itself, it's okay. Otherwise freely also we can use it. Don't use the trial versions. I will tell what is the advantage of using CC cleaner mainly. Okay, so it is taking now 35 minutes remaining, so I'm canceling this one, guys, so it will take lot of time. So but you can do it. Okay, next, optimize and defragmentation. So what is this defragmentation? What is a defragment? What is a fragment? First of all, what is a fragment? Anyone? Normally in English, what is a fragment?
Breakdown to
Yeah, break,
part
piece,
equal partition.
pieces, right? Like you are a fragment means like you take a one chain. If for example you have a necklace or a chain is there, it is broken in middle, so there is a fragment is created, right? So it's a fragment, it's a pieces. So breaking into the pieces, it's a fragment, right? So what is this fragment? It is in our hard disk. What will happen when we read the data? It is good, and also data is also written into the disk, right? Data is read and as well as data written. Okay, and access means copying, pasting, replacing. Okay, cut, paste. So I'll put all the things: access, read and write. You can tell access, or you can tell, or cut, paste, data cut from here and paste from somewhere, or copy, paste. Okay, so like this, cut, copy, paste, or copy, cut, paste. Any words you are using it. So I'm okay, cut, paste, whatever it is. Okay, what will happen? Data is movement will occur. For example, um, I'm taking this line. Sorry, this is a fragment. Control Z, copy. Okay, if for example I done some mistake, like a gap is created. Say I put a I here. Okay, I put a A here. As per this one, data length is same, data is good, data whatever the data I put it is there. But when I remove something and replace into some other place, this data gap will be there automatically. We can't fit something data here because it's for example, I want to one letter only deleted, right? I want to put four letters. I can't put it in a data space. Understand, in a data space wise only. Okay, just for example I want showing. So when you remove the data and replace the data while writing new data or reading data like that, any that time fragments will be created. Fragments will be created. So the fragments created because of this data movement. So initially data is arranged in a properly. I will give you one more example. Boys will understand very easily this example, because we are always messy. Okay. Like wardboard. In a wardboard, like in a you put a clothes. Mom put a clothes properly, right? So usually mom means she put arrange all the clothes one by one, very clearly. Lot of clothes she put it in a wardboard, right? So what we do, we'll pull up one of the pant. For example, you pull up your jean pant and a t-shirt or something like from the wardboard. You pull down up. What happened? There is a disturbance will occur. Okay, we don't remove clearly, right? So we don't take a first three and remove the fourth one and rearrange it properly. We don't do that one generally, right? So we are very good in that places. So what we do, we pull something what we want it, and disturbance occurs, and we are rearranging back. We don't arrange it properly, so the gaps will create more mess, and it is like a fragment. Because of this fragment, even though there is more space in the wordboard, you can't put a more close inside. Okay, more close inside. Very simple to understand. Imagine that wordboard, what to you, how you use it. Same thing will happen to your system. Fragments are created by adding a data, removing data, copying data, replacing data. Fragments usually create on the disk. On the disk. So if you want to defragment your C drive, then go to optimize. Click on optimize. If I have world systems, it is very easy. See, it is by current status. It is showing zero fragments. It is already checked in a 26th one. Automatically, system will check weekly. Weekly, it will check any fragments are created or not. That's why we are using this Windows 8 and Windows 10. So why? Because it's automatically try to optimize your PC. Every week it will check it. But if you still want it, then we'll see C drive, analyze, click on analyze. Again, it will take time. Current status is 1%, 2% it is going on. Okay. So once it is show any fragments, now zero fragments. If it is shows a fragment, then optimize. So what to do first, click on optimize. Optimize or optimize. Okay, so click on optimize, and in that one, analyze. Okay, analysis is going on now. So it is how much it is analyzed, it will show. Okay, once it is analyzed, it will if in case it is shows how many fragments are created or how much percentage of fragments are there. Okay, 2%, 5%, 10% fragments are there. Then what to do? Okay, then what to do? So once it is show how many fragment is there, then you have to do again, click on optimize in the that option. So anyway, it is going 1% is fragment. 1% fragmented is there. Then click on optimize. Okay, so analyze is ZE. It is showing ZE where I type it. So analyze, and now after analyzing, it's showing it check how much percent of, so how much percent of fragment it is showing fragmented, right? So for me it is showing 1% fragment. So then if you want to remove this fragment is created, then automatically optimize. If you leave it, then it will optimize automatically later in the next week after this win, next week. So I'm going to optimize this one, click on optimize. Again it is analyzing, it is analyze, then after analyzing it remove that fragment. Guys, this is generally it is very important to understand. If your system is slower and you are using a system from so many days, so what is the thing you can use? Three options meanwhile it is optimizing. So meanwhile I will tell you, right click on your C drive, mainly C drive, others also okay, other also you can do it. Clean up the disk. First disk cleanup, second tools, check for errors and optimize your disk. Second, remove your data, any excess data is there, like downloads, documents, pictures on desktop, AV data is there. So remove the data and copy into different partitions like a D drive or E drive or external hard disk. It's a better one. Okay, so this is how you can maintain the things. Okay, and here in the clean up the disk, when you are clean up the disk, be careful what you are deleting it. Okay, so if any important things are there in that one also, you should not clean your PC. So so maintain things. Okay, it is doing pass 1. So pass 1, pass 2, pass 3, pass 4, pass 5 is there. So then it is automatically re-adjust the data. So then we will gain more space in our disk and disk runs faster. One more point is there. So check your task manager, go to your task manager. Okay, let it open where it is located. I've opened it, right? So yeah. So another step for a maintenance system, I want to tell some things, but you are leading to very good points. That's why. See, this is my task manager. So if you see, this is the process running process, and this is CPU utilization, and this is memory utilization. This is disk utilization, network utilization, and graphic related things utilization. It is showing. Okay, so why it is freezed, I don't know. Why it is freezed, because of I'm doing this work. I think it is become little bit slower. See, CPU utilization is around a 50 percentage, 70%, 80%, now 30%. Check the CPU utilization by process also, individual process. Okay, and make sure that it is important. Then just let it okay, run it. Now it is, see, disk defragmentation is running. Okay, system main running. Okay, malware bytes running, my Google Chrome is running. See, Google Chrome is itself taking almost 20%, around 20% of my thing. Okay, and memory is also occupying this much. What I will do, I will want to show you something, like I'm going to close these two tabs, only two tabs I closed it. Check here, the memory utilization is reduced or more. It is showing more, but it will eventually it will reduce it because of a lot of pictures and all. I reduced it, so it will take time to go down slowly. Next is the disk utilization. You can see disk utilization, it is showing 35% because I am running other process also. Defragmentation is also running. Why it is still not completed? Okay, no problem, let it run. So meanwhile, okay, so always check it. If any process running unusually more CPU consuming, or a more memory consuming, more disk consuming, check it what type of process it is, and end the process also. For example, my WhatsApp is consuming more, then what I have to do, right click and click on end process. I will show you in a zoom in. Okay, magnifier, and see, we can end the process also. Here this is my Google Chrome. If I close my Google Chrome, our section will be closed automatically. Okay, so this is one single Google Chrome running. Okay, Windows update is running in background, my business running, Sky for business is running in my PC. So here you can see this is my Sky for business. Okay, this is my Sky for business is running. Okay, now it is utilizing 4%, 0%, 1.4%. This is a RAM utilization. Just for example, I want to show you, like right click, end the task. So when you click on end task, automatically it close in a background. Okay, so it is not showing in my screen anyway, but it will be there here, but it is showing not signed in. It's completely closed. Very good, it is gone from my screen also. So I can save some more CPU utilization and memory utilization. So observe these two things. Next, go to the performance, go to the CPU. See, this graph is touching a top and a bottom, means CPU is function very healthy. If CPU is always in a bottom single line or always in a top, CPU is not healthy. So its utilization must be like this, wave shape, means lower, little high, again go to lower and little high. So then CPU utilization is good, process is running very healthy way, because some process is, so it is not struck in some place. So that is a very important to understand utilization and speed, current speed utilizations. Okay, next, memory utilization. Check it how much available memory from your total memory. Make sure at least 50 to 60% of memories must be available. Otherwise at least 2 GB, 1 to 2 GB free space is required. At least 1 to 2 GB available space is required to run your system smoother way. And two more things are there, I will tell in a cache memory wise only. So later. Okay, so one more two more points are there. So one point and this one is memory. Next, you can see the disk utilization is going like this, 100% utilization is going on. I don't know why. So because of this fragmentation is also thing. Next is my disk 2. Disk 2, I am not touching anything G drive, E drive, H drive, right? That's why it is showing only these small spikes only. Okay, so maximum utilization from here only you can see 92%, 94%, 86%, like that it will go on. So next one is your Wi-Fi network. You can see whether packets are going or not. Incoming, outgoing traffic, and see, send and receive. Also we can get it. Another one is a resource monitor. You can see open resource monitor. Also you can see it from. So CPU, how much utilization of CPU? What is your each individual process, and what is their process ID, and how much need threads running, not running, utilization it is showing. This is a services, how many services running in your system. Also it will show from here. Memory, what process, how much memory it is utilizing here, what process, what process, and how much CPU it is utilizing. Memory, how much it is utilizing, and their process related information. Disk and process related information, network and process information here. Okay, this is a overview of things. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, already guys, remind me later. So I said two points are there, one is related to CPU and another related to memory, how to change few things. Okay, so that's thing. Another one is you can go to view in task manager, update speed, you can keep it in normal or high. Okay, update speed you can keep it in a high also. It is smoother, it will work. Okay, and there is a few points I want to tell. I want to add few more points. Once it is completed, few more points we will going to discuss it. So this is optimizing to get a better experience. So how to improve system performance? This is your question is how to improve the system performance. So already I told one thing is, so clearing up these cache memories helpful. Okay, another one is, usually if you are shutting down or restart your PC, these cache memories, temporary things, preface things should be clear. If it is not clear, then you have to clear it manually like this. And another one is, go to your this PC C drive, right click properties, go to disk cleanup wizard, go to disk cleanup. So already I showed this one, disk cleanup. So then you can clean up the temporary files, internet temporary files and all in single shot. That is quite easy. Next one is, your system or disk is very slow, then better to check it once with a error checking one. Next one is, go to the defragmentation part. Okay, so go to optimize each and every drive and analyze it and find out any fragments are there. Optimize your drive, so it will improve your system performance. I've written here, but I want to put this one here. How to improve your system performance? By doing like this we can do it. But why I written two times, then this is the part two. Part two I will explain in a uh, uh, um, afternoon. Okay, so this is very good, and anyway you asked the question and very important to know it. So how to improve your system performance in a part two wise is, one is startups. Okay, so you have to disable unnecessary startups. How to, I will show you anyway. Disabling the startups, stop services, unnecessary services, stopping unnecessary services, uninstall applications, uninstalling application, using a less graphical memory utilization. Okay, use less less what how to say, graphics or visual. Okay, visual performance. Okay, so visual performance means system performance should be increased and less in a visual wise. If you use lesser of the visual, so more performance increase, at least 20% increase if you use that option. Or 10 at least, minimum to minimum 10 is at least it will utilize. Next, increase change what is that? Change number of cores. Okay, number of cores like a 2 core, 3 core, 4 core is there. So I will tell you how to change this thing. Also number of cores utilization, and increase virtual memory. Increase virtual memory in a Windows, we call this one in a Windows, but this virtual memory we call that, call it as a page memory. Okay, so page files system. Okay, page files are a page memory, any name, page file, page memory, or paging. Okay, paging. Okay, so paging, page memory is there. So if you are using a Linux, if you are in a Linux or a Unix, then that is called as swap memory. Only one name. Virtual memory is that one. Okay, so increase. Okay, sorry. What are the spelling is, increase your virtual memory So depends upon your RAM and virtual memory formula is there. I will explain that one. So in a later section, next video we'll see startup. Next part we see how to disable the startups, how to stop the services, how to uninstall the applications or uninstall the unnecessary applications, how to go with the visual performance kind of stuff, and how to change the number of cores, how to increase the virtual memory, and what is that virtual memory. We'll see it. Okay, currently we are in a optimizing part, so then is it finished or not? It is still 56 percentage. No need to wait for this one to complete. Okay, so understand, I think so. How do you do this one? Okay, so this is how to increase the performance of a system. What's the time now? It is, oh, it is about to 2 o'clock. I didn't see resume. Again it is going to something, some other phase. Okay, so if you want to try on your system, when you are very free time, then do it on C drive, or otherwise try any other drive. It will take less time. For example, if I try on my F drive or a G drive or E drive, it will take very less time. But C drive has a more data application running, applications and data is there, so obviously it will a little bit slower. Okay, I'm closing this one. I'm going to close um, one by one, which is not required. I can close this one also. Meanwhile, I will save. Guys, any doubts also, you can ask me. So once evening, I will share this file. Okay, with total today kind of stuff. Okay, so you can easily understand what is the class and what are the main things we discuss in the class. For that purpose only, it is not even a notes, it is only for what the class we discussed today, and try to get some information from it. For example, if you missed to do it and it will take time, sometimes parallel writing is little bit difficult because it's an online class. I don't know which where we are located, that's why this is will give you an idea. We can match the things. Okay, why it is not doing? Okay, leave it guys. So it will complete, it will show like a zero, like okay, zero fragment here, because we can't wait. We have to